Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, set. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Check Mike. Watch twist. 61, match box.
On first down, Eason. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Result of the play, first down and 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Looking to throw on second down. Eason, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. The 30. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice for such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Underneath for Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw. Eason. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Got it.
Stop your whining.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw on second down. Eason. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
54 Mike.
Watch the screen. Pass. Shoot.
On 3rd and 2, Eason. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off play action. Eason. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Johnson jostles free. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody come. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. There he goes, right side. The 20, 10, and they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
6-6, mullet high.
Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54.
He's tired of me.
Check, go.
2nd and 3. Going right, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. Well, how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings 47-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Eason firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Eason. Screenplay. Johnson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Off the play fake. Eason. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Going to the right side here, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Back to throw. Eason. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
2nd and 6. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there. 26 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Let's go. Skip the oar.
In your face. Watch twitch. Watch twitch.
Ready?
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
We go.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Down. 90 Wolf.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check.
Go on. Big grip.
Throwing again. Eason. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Eason. And that's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, let go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Stenzenberg.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Hey. Watch the twist. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
No.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike.
To throw again. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. back at about the 37-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend the lead out to 24. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
General West.
Throwing again. Eason. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Come on, set. 90 Wolf.
Go, Brady, they turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Hey, alert 3.
Say go.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
No. 36. Check 24. Check 24.
Hey, lock it.
Watch out.
Snap.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And Diggs has it. And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do.
Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. McManus now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make our score 31-14 now. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's the 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Hey, box truck.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to
Look at me. Door. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Let's go.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Jim. Joker.
Cook following the penalty. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 5. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw. Herbert looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
I got you.
Hey, Orbit.
58, right over there.
Looking to throw. Herbert, and it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
I got you, boy.
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Eason. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, you don't want to see
On the toss, here's Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
12 yards there, first down Vikings. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Two running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now?
218, chop.
Tight dog. Check 26, check 26.
Hey, C6.
Back.
Leo.
From the gun, Herbert. And he's able to find Diggs. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
6-man. Check curls.
Go.
25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike.
Back to throw. Herbert. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. He'll get this one to Golladay. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason, open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Under 10. Under 10.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Eason. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Five. Get it.
On 4th down, Eason. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. As his guys are in for 6. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This is a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before. On the flip side of this, and all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side.
Ready, set.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. It's complete to Diggs. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Give to Kirk out of the gun, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
15 long. 15 long. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, 2. Let's go.
Back to throw. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. To throw on second down, Eason. Open man is Galladay, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Topper. Let's go.
From the gun, Eason to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, He used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is
but
one of our guys.
She's singing too.
No, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He was looking for Landry that time.
Go now. 50, plant.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
66, Lions 27.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he... as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Landry, the intended target. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Check four. Check the backer.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Detroit, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in a ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no